You know, guys, never in my years of doing YouTube did I ever think that I would go within the span of like 1 or 2 days, go from being universally the most hated COD content creator on the platform to then being featured in one of Jev's video. Like, if you guys know the Scat Master, this is probably the only time I'll do any gooch licking here. I'm a big fan of Jev. Some of my earlier videos mirror his videos, and he's a massive inspiration. I mean, guys, They really try to do it to the Scat Master, but what goes around comes around, and I'll always have mine at the end of the day. I mean, seriously, they really tried. Oh, man. But the tweet that he references in his video is a tweet that actually holds relevance in today's video, and it has so much to do with the newest announcement that Call of Duty Black Ops 7 will be revealed officially next month. And we're gonna talk about that and the COD cycle and all these other content creators that you can expect are about to do a whole lot of flip-flopping right now.
Good lord, man!
But before we get into it, I'm gonna need your guys' help, alright? You know, for everything that we've just endured in the last few days here on the channel, leave a fat-ass motherfucking like on the video right now. And while you're at it, there's a subscribe button. I'm sure you got a finger or two. Press that shit. You're not gonna want to miss what we got going on here. You know what to do down in the comments below. Hashtag Fooly50, and please stay tuned for the stream later today, guys. But let's get right into it. So, this is the tweet that comes out from Scat Master Charles, where he comes out here and says, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 worldwide reveal confirmed for Gamescom opening night, live on August 19th at 11 a.m. PST. And Black Ops 7 will open the show with the reveal. And you can imagine a lot of people were in a fucking frenzy about this. I mean, of course, there's gonna be people that nowadays, they're gonna make a meme out of the whole Call of Duty is so back, we are so back. And while some people are making memes out of it now, you realize the reason the memes exist was because the people that are making it a meme now were the people that we were originally memeing in the past for saying stupid shit like Call of Duty is so back and that the newest COD is going to be a top 5 COD and mark our words, all this bullshit, right? Well, guys, the Call of Duty cycle is in full effect yet again, and luckily for us, we have a few more people nowadays that have just a little bit more common sense, which is why we get responses like, this is screaming one of, if not the most rushed COD of all time other than Vanguard, and this guy saying nobody in the right mind is buying this dog shit game, anybody with common sense. And before I get the comment, yeah, I'm going to be playing the next Call of Duty game. This is a Call of Duty channel. How the fuck else am I supposed to form an opinion? But that doesn't mean I'm buying it. I haven't purchased a COD since MW 2019 Part 2, and I have no intention of buying another COD ever the fuck again, and sure as fuck not for $80 goddamn dollars. You got me fucked up, no thanks.
No, motherfucker, we got bills and shit!
Anyways, referencing Jev's video once again, guys, the tweet that he featured at the end of his video was a tweet from yours truly, and I mean, this is the premise of the entire video today, guys. This comes out from the Scat Master. I said, keep an eye on the people who switch up from making critical content or giving feedback to then gobbling this up. The franchise won't improve if people can't be consistent, especially considering this will be a top-selling game this year regardless. Let's see who folds again. And ladies and gentlemen, we are already seeing people fold. And I don't say this to call these people out necessarily, but there's some usual suspects in here that, I mean, look, no disrespect, but they make a critical Call of Duty video at a time that is extremely convenient, you know, when there's downtime in Call of Duty, and then as soon as the next COD comes around, you get tweets like this, man. Again, no hate to these guys, but I fully expect that some of the people here and various others are going to make videos praising the newest Call of Duty or somewhere on social media, you know, just borderline gooch licking the next COD. Until, of course, there's a downtime, and then they start coming up with their critical videos, get a couple 100,000 views, but hey, I guess I'm the problem for being the most consistent one out here. Anyways, it's not just them, there's several other content creators that do the exact same shit. I mean, you can see this beautiful example from JGOD where the first video is Call of Duty Black Ops 7 trailer shocked me, and then right above it, does Call of Duty think its players are stupid?
Nigga, did you know that I can see you?
And this whole talk on consistency, I personally think is actually a lot more important than we realize. I know Jev mentioned in his video that this whole part about consistency isn't really gonna matter because Activision truly doesn't give a fuck. And while I think that's absolute facts, because at the end of the day, the only thing that Activision really truly cares about is the fact that people are gonna buy the shit on launch, and the fact that they're gonna run their numbers up with post-launch in-game bundles, and the revenue that they generate from that. I totally see where Jeff is coming from, but in my personal opinion, I think content creators specifically, especially if they have a larger reach, I think that consistency factor is so much more important as a responsibility as a fucking channel holder and owner. You know, if you have the ability to sway people a certain direction that could be beneficial in the long run for Call of Duty, and you choose to only be critical at times where there's nothing going on, but as soon as the problems are at their highest, which is notably at launch when all of this shit pours out all at once, or during one of the first few seasons, instead what you get is a lot of these people criticizing others for being too critical during the launch period of Call of Duty, which in my opinion makes absolutely no fucking sense, but I guess that's just the way they do their content. It works for them, fuck it, but I choose to be as consistent as possible, even if that means being brutally honest 24/7. Some people really fucking hate it, and it's okay, man. I'm like this in real life too, by the way. It's tough being consistently honest, especially on a very regular basis, but I personally think in the particular situation that we're in, it's very important because, as you saw, there is a lot of people that are already gooch licking Call of Duty, and Activision is looking at this, licking their fucking lips, thinking to themselves that they're about to hit another lick on the entire Call of Duty community, and while that's probably going to be the case, we realize collectively that that's not how it should be, right? Like, we can all agree there. Activision should not be capitalizing on its fans as if they're all fucking dollar signs. So the fact that there's so many content creators and people that fall for this right here, a year in a COD player's life, where November is go crazy over how good the new COD is, to January enjoying the game, to February hate the game like everybody else, to March say that the older game is now the best game, to May go crazy about the next COD trailer, and so on and so forth. You realize if this were the Scatmaster cycle, the entire thing would just be critically honest as much as humanly fucking possible. Because at the end of the day, I don't really care which way you want to paint it. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is Black Ops 6 Part 2, or the Black Ops 6 DLC, or you can call it Black Ops 2.5, 6.5, who fucking knows at this point. All I know is once you start getting cope like this, and thankfully, somebody with a platform like Lucci actually comes out with this tweet talking about, in quotations, "Dude, I think Treyarch was secretly pouring their energy into BO7 this entire time. Just like BO6 was going to be the best COD of all time because they had a 4-year dev cycle. I trust absolutely nothing from COD until it's in my hands." And I think this is absolute facts. I mean, I've been talking about this for God knows how long. This cope that the reason Black Ops 6 is so dog shit despite having a 4-year dev cycle was because that dev time didn't actually go to BO6. It went to BO7. Oh my god, these guys are geniuses.
I want to be in the Special Olympics.
Guys, if you saw my last video, you saw me praise several different content creators for their big-ass videos discussing and critiquing Call of Duty in its current state. Talking about a variety of different problems like the skins, to the era that we're playing in, to connectivity and lobbies and SBMM and how broken the game is, etc., right? I praise those people for those types of videos, but I don't want to see these people praising the next Call of Duty game immediately around launch when it's convenient for their channel metrics. I mean, again, say what you want about rage baiting or hate content, when the reality is, no matter which way you want to cut it, statistically, the people with the biggest channels in the community are often gameplay channels or people who love Call of Duty. And when the views start going down little by little because it's fucking Call of Duty, that's part of the cycle, that's when those big ass banger videos come out with 150,000 plus views. And again, I'm sitting here day one trying to tell you guys from the start, and I think this is perfectly valid to say right now, Never wrong, just early. Swear to God, that's got to be a t-shirt someday, am I right, guys? 50,000 subscribers. Anyways, to end this video off, I just wanted to reinforce this idea that the next game is going to be a fucking DLC to this current game. And as if it wasn't already evident by the fact that we had MW 2019 Part 2, and then the DLC for that eventually become a premium title that they called MW 2019 Part 3. The same shit is happening here with BO6 and a BO7, but if you really want to see where this stems from, this entire idea, it's actually from a tweet that I could talk about for ages, honestly, because, I mean, the implications here are fucking crazy. But this tweet comes from the Ghost of Hope in 2022, guys. Think about that. 3 years ago, Activision is in talks of having COD operate under a tick-tock cycle going forward. Tick, year 1, a new premium title, significant engine updates, building a storyline, and then Talk, year 2, is paid premium DLC content, continuing the storyline, leading the game into the next tick. Like I said, I can make an entirely separate video on this one tweet, but you guys realize that that is exactly what we've seen between MW 2019 Part 2 and 3, and then now again between BO6 and 7. Sure, there's gonna be a couple of differences in the storyline, maybe the setting of the maps are gonna be different, maybe a new mechanic here and there, but the foundation is literally the fucking same. This is not a new concept. Again, this has been an idea since 2022, and people like myself and several other people have been talking about this for the longest goddamn time. Thankfully, it takes situations like this where people are finally realizing that, hey, you know what, going into BO7 after playing BO6 kinda sounds like absolute fucking ass, that people start to realize that the things I've been preaching about have actually been correct for the longest time. You just might not like the delivery of how I say it, which is totally valid. I mean, I get it, but it shouldn't take away from the fact and the message that a game like Black Ops 6, I mean, think about it. Cringy ass cosmetics and microtransactions and horrible fucking bundles and business practices with Black Cell. Then there's SBMM and cheaters and all these other bugs that have existed since the launch. I mean, you name what the problem is, you realize that we're gonna get the exact same shit going into BO7. All I know is Call of Duty is so back, and if you disagree with that, man, you're just fucking hating for views, alright?
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. What are your thoughts on the hype train going into BO7 yet again? And what do you think of the Call of Duty cycle and all of the people that are eventually going to flip sides again? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.
This ain't in my body.